this recipe was created very much in the spirit of getting a bit healthier for January after the Christmas binge-a-thon that has been the last 2.5 weeks. But good healthy. It's really flavoursome, packing a real punch, and it's something a little bit different as well. So we're going to do roasted squash, which is this little baby here, little baby squash, and we're going to stuff it with an amazing pearl barley and Savoy cabbage salad, which has a dressing of tahini, orange and sage. So we've got loads of different flavours going on. So let's get stuck in. This I've already roasted. You just cut the bottom off it, cut the top off it, place the top back on, put it in the oven for about an hour. And that's you. You need to hollow out the inside of it. So just let me show you all in here. You need to scrape out all the seeds, okay? So bake that for about an hour. I've also cooked my butternut or my pearl barley, which is this one here. And pearl barley is so underrated, I think. I just don't think it gets used enough. It's so cheap. It's about 39 pence for a 100-gram bag, which I think is amazing. And it's really substantial, really healthy. And I think it gives a real oomph to salads and all kinds of dishes, but especially kind of vegetarian dishes as well. I think it gives it a real edge. So I've cooked this all ready to go. It takes about kind of half an hour. Cook it in a vegetable stock cube or a chicken stock cube if you're not vegetarian. It gives it just a little bit more flavour. And then we've got our Savoy cabbage, which we have here. Ta-da! Very lovely, very in season, and yeah, very tasty. All that needs to be done with this, we're going to do that now. You see here I have a very lovely pan on the boil. We've got salt in there and boiling water, and right beside it we've got a bowl of cold water, okay? So this is what we call blanching. So that goes in just literally for a minute or thereabouts, no longer. Kind of stir it around. And what blanching does basically is it cooks the vegetables, because with these vegetables you like them to retain their crunch. So it allows you to do that and also retain their colour as well, which is really good. And it keeps as much many of the vitamins in as possible, which is what we're looking for. So that's simmering away there. A little spoon. And that's it, it's enough. You want this to be really nice and crunchy and still have its beautiful green colour. So that goes straight into our bowl of cold water, okay? And that's your Savoy cabbage done. And once it's gone into your cold water, then you can drain it, okay? So drain it into the sink. Pop it back in your basin, like so. You've got your lovely, see, lovely green Savoy cabbage. And allow that to drain away. Turn off your boiling water, and now we're going to make our salad dressing. And this salad dressing is so good. It's really substantial, so it can be used for any number of salads. You can use it for leafy salads, salads with grains and nuts and pulses, such as the pearl barley salad, for example, if you want to try pearl barley. Roasted root vegetables, amazing, really good, and it will keep in your fridge for a good kind of 4 to 5 days. So if you're looking for it to being a little bit healthier, I guess, in January, this is a really good standby to have to make any of your healthier salady dishes a little bit more substantial and tasty. So let's see, let's get my little substantial table, as it were, and we need a bowl, we need a spoon, and this is all we need for this, okay? We've got some sage here, chopped up 4 to 5, well, maybe 6 to 7 leaves of sage chopped up finely, and we've got the grated zest of half an orange, okay, in there. And we're going to use tahini for this, which is cream sesame seeds, which is also really healthy, and that's what gives this a really substantial kind of flavour. So we're going to go in with 1 tablespoon in there, okay? And then get some olive oil, and we're going to do 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and this is what will give it a really nice salad dressing consistency. And although I'm calling it salad dressing, I know I'm using it on the pearl barley to put into the squash. It is more of a dressing, which is, I guess, makes it a little bit more versatile. Okay, honey, lovely. So we want about 1 teaspoon of honey to go in there. So already you've got a bit of nuttiness, we've got some sweetness in there, and then the sage is going to give us a lovely earthy flavour, so that goes in there as well, okay? And then the orange, that zesty kind of quality. There's so many lovely flavours going on in this, and it's going to marry really, really well with the squash and with the pearl barley. So there we go, it's all in there. So stir that all together really well. Okay. And if it looks a bit thick, don't hesitate to put in a little bit more olive oil if you like. Or if orange is a flavour that you really, really love, don't hesitate to put some orange zest or orange juice in there. Okay, salt, really important here. Don't fret when you see a big pinch of salt like that with something like this, because think about all the different flavours you've got going on. We've got something very nutty, something very sweet, something very earthy, and the salt is going to act as the combination between them all. It's going to draw them all together really well. Okay, so that's it. That's what you end up with. Okay, set that aside. And that's really useful. You can put that in your fridge and you can use it for lots of different kinds of salads. Okay, so where are we now? Okay, we're going to dress the butternut squash, or the pearl barley. It's got the pearl barley here, like so. And then just get your dressing. Put a nice 2 to 3 tablespoons in there. Be nice and generous, okay? And then in goes your cabbage. And all you want to do is mix that all together really, really well, okay? Really incorporate it. Try not to spill it like I do. But you know, nothing's going to happen if you spill it all over the place. Okay, so mix it together really, really nicely. And already you'll start getting the kind of aromas of all the different flavours that have gone in there. Okay, so that's it. That's it, ready to go. Don't worry if it looks a bit messy, it's fine. Mess is good. So here's your squash. All you need to do is, and make sure you get as much of your Savoy cabbage in there as you can, because it will really make it nice and tasty. And stuff it. And because both the pearl barley and the cabbage are already cooked, all this needs is to go into the oven to be heated thoroughly through. Okay? So that's it. That's all you need to do. And that's it, done. And then I have thrown away my lid by accident. Don't do that. When I say lid, I mean the top of the butternut squash. Don't do that. I did that. That was a mistake. That needs to go on top, and then we put it in the oven, bake it for about kind of 20 minutes until it's all heated through and all the dressing will seep into the butternut squash and it will all be lovely and amazing and gorgeous, and then sit down and eat with a spoon. Scrape out all the flesh from the squash and eat with the pearl barley, and it's very lovely and very gorgeous. Enjoy!